My understanding that is that as a cable subscriber, that a portion of the fees that I pay for cable are earmarked, for lack of a better word, to support local cable stations such as this. So I guess I'm confused that money would be considered discretionary, because it seems to me that it should be used for what it's intended to be used for.
It's sad because we don't know where the funds are going. It'd be nice to know exactly where they're going, but as a person that just, like, I'm the manager of the shoe store, I just moved here 4 months ago, and I love watching it because I feel like we live on an island, you know, and it's kind of cool that we can find out what's going on the island, so it's kind of sad.
I think that it would definitely be a loss for Bainbridge Island TV to go away. I think a lot of the community watches it and utilizes it. And
makes me wonder, okay, if the city's separating their relationship with Bainbridge Island TV, then what are they going to do with those funds? And I know the city's in trouble, but it just doesn't seem right that those funds are allocated for Bainbridge Island TV, and then it just creates a big question mark, like, okay, so now what?
It's unfortunate. You know, BITV's been doing this for a long time. I think it do a good job of covering the city and what's going on for people.
Well, but isn't that what they're for, though? I mean, who else would be the local TVs? Because we're not Bremerton, we're not Hillsborough, so I don't know what they think they'd be doing with the fees.
Well, I think that BITV is a community service, and we've all voted to have it. So how does the city get to make the choice about where that money goes when we've said we want it to go to BITV?
I would say that the city council is acting strictly in their own self-interest so far as exposing their normal operations. This way it precludes the public from being involved, and it keeps their shall we say, dysfunctionality off the air.
Community needs a good government, and it's really government that you get a feel for through BITV, and to lose that source of information would be tragic, I think.
I've seen BITV grow for the last 16 years, and it's getting better and better. It's getting more informative and more informative. And I am paying on my Comcast bill, I don't know, $4 a month or whatever it is, so we can have community access on the cable. And I understand now that the City Council has decided to take that funding, which is the access funding, away from BITV.
Well, then we'll have to start marching, I guess. Marching to City Hall and just give our opinion.
My reaction to BITV's funding cut or contract cut is quite a tragedy. The city, I believe, is making a short-term, very short-sighted move.
Terrible, terrible. It'd be so insular, and there just would be such a lack of communicating public events, whether it's city council or it's other meetings or major public events. And I mean, you cover major public events from July 4th parade all the way through, and to not have that, I think would just be, may as well, fold up the newspaper.
I wouldn't feel at all like my money was going where it was supposed to. And in fact, this notion of helping support media in the community is incredibly important. So I think it would be terrible for the community for that not to happen.
I think it's pretty sad. It definitely upsets me. I think it's one of the things that actually kind of represents the community. It's community television, and this is a community, so if you remove one of the two things that actually keeps the community informed, how can you have a community if the community's not informed?